The beautiful illusion I had built, it shattered into a million pieces, just like a cheap glass falling to the hard floor. I was so completely lost in the sweet, intoxicating dance of secrets and forbidden desires that I completely forgot the music would eventually stop and the party would be over. And when it did, when the music finally died, the silence that followed was so loud, so deafening, it felt like it was tearing my very soul apart. I will never ever forget the look on Nongozi's face, not as long as I live. There was no shouting, no screaming, no throwing of things, no big dramatic scene like in the movies, just a profound, devastating quiet. She didn't utter a single word. She just turned her back on me, slowly, deliberately, and walked away, leaving me standing there in the wreckage. That was the precise moment everything in my life broke beyond repair. Everything I thought I had, everything I was desperately trying to hold on to, it was all gone. Amara, my love, what exactly are you doing? We need to talk about this. We need to figure this out together, please.
Figure what out, Kunli? It's completely over. The game, as you called it, is finished. There's nothing left to discuss.
Game? This was not a game, Amara. This was real. What we had, it was real, wasn't it?
Was it, Kunli? To me, it's not fun anymore. It's not spicy, it's not exciting. And you know me, I don't do normal things.
Not fun? Is that all I was to you? Just a game to play, a thrill to chase?
People change, Kunle. Situations change. Goodbye.
Her words, they were like a cold, hard slap to my face, waking me up from my foolish dream. I stood there, watching her walk away, the bitter truth hitting me like a physical blow. I had just completely blown up my entire life, destroyed everything I held dear, for someone who was already done with me, someone who saw me as nothing more than a temporary amusement. Amara, she lived for the adrenaline, the secrets, the danger. The very second it became real, the moment we were caught, she was out, and I was left alone in the wreckage. Ngozi filed for divorce the very next day. Everything happened so incredibly fast, like someone had violently ripped the rug out from under my feet, leaving me suspended in midair. And then, they dropped me without a parachute. And Amara, she simply vanished into thin air. No calls, no texts, no messages, nothing at all, just a ghost of a memory. I spent months, long, agonizing months, trying desperately to gather the broken pieces of my life, but there were simply too many, and my hands felt too numb to grasp them. Ngozi, please, just listen to me for a moment. I am so incredibly sorry for everything, for the pain I've caused. I made a terrible, unforgivable mistake. A mistake that cost me everything. Please, just let me explain. Let me try to make things right for our children. I know I don't deserve it, but please, just give me a chance to show you I've changed. I miss you all so much. I truly believed my life was completely over, that there was no coming back from this. Ngozi moved out with our beautiful children, Leo and Mia, and for a long time, it felt like I had absolutely nothing left. Nothing but the echoing silence of a broken home, a constant reminder of my failures. I tried to reach out to her, to apologize, to tell her my side of the story, but she didn't want to hear it. And honestly, I can't blame her, not one bit. I had destroyed everything we had built together, everything precious, for a fleeting, meaningless thrill. And that thrill didn't even have the decency to stay.
What exactly do you hope to gain from these sessions, Kunle? What is your ultimate goal in coming here?
I want to understand myself, truly understand where I went wrong. I want to be a better man, a man worthy of respect. I need to do this for my children, Leo and Mia, so they can have a father they can be proud of. And honestly, I need to do it for myself, to find my peace. But here's the amazing thing about hitting rock bottom. It's also the most solid foundation you can ever find to rebuild your entire life upon. After the dust finally settled, after the initial shock and overwhelming despair, I slowly, painfully started to rebuild myself, brick by agonizing brick. But it happened. I went back to therapy, confronting the dark demons I'd ignored for far too long. I focused all my energy on being a good father, even if it was from a distance at first. It was not easy, not by any means. In fact, it was brutally hard, a constant uphill battle. There were so many days I just wanted to give up, to let the current drag me under completely. But I kept fighting, I kept pushing forward. I started to truly find out who I was without the lies, without the heavy burden of secrets, without the constant need for external validation from others. I finally started to see clearly where I had gone so terribly wrong. Not just with Amara, but in my entire life, in the choices I had made, in the man I had become. The emptiness I felt inside, that deep void, it wasn't because of Ngozi or the responsibilities of my life. No, it was an empty space in my own soul, a void that I foolishly tried to fill with quick, fleeting excitement and dangerous distractions. I realize now that true fulfillment comes from within, from honesty and genuine connection, not from external thrills.
The children, Kunle, they still miss you very much. They ask about you often.
I miss them too, Ngozi, more than words can say. And I miss you. I'm truly deeply sorry for everything I've done.
I know, Kunle, but some wounds take a very, very long time to heal. Some may never fully close. I know, Kunle. It will take a very long time, a truly immense amount of time, for us to even begin to heal from this pain. But for the sake of our children, for Leo Mia, we must try to find a way forward, a way to coexist peacefully. It won't be easy, and it won't be what we once had, but we owe them that much at least.
And Ngozi. Eventually, after much time and effort, we finally talked, truly talked. It wasn't some grand romantic reunion, no Hollywood movie ending, that much was clear. But she gave me the space to explain, to pour out my heart, to show my deep remorse and regret. She was hurt, of course, deeply, profoundly wounded, but she is also incredibly strong. We found a way to be civil, to be respectful, for the sake of Leo and Mia. We will never be what we once were, that ship has long sailed, but we found a fragile, precious peace. I honestly didn't deserve that peace, that understanding, after all the pain I caused. But I am eternally grateful for it, every single day of my life. It is a testament to her incredible strength, her boundless capacity for forgiveness, that she even allowed me back into their lives in any capacity at all. Her grace taught me more about true love and resilience than any fleeting thrill ever could. I am forever indebted to her strength. As for Amara, I suppose she is still out there somewhere in the world, chasing her next thrill, her next grand adventure, her next fleeting excitement. She will always be drawn to the new, the dangerous, the exciting, never settling, always moving on to the next conquest, the next game. But that life, that constant chase, it is no longer for me. I am done with that path, completely and utterly finished. I am done chasing anything superficial, anything that doesn't truly matter. I have learned my lesson, a lesson etched deep into the very fabric of my being, into my soul. Life, I've come to understand, is not about the fleeting excitement, the dangerous adrenaline rush, or the illusion of being in complete control of everything. It's about something far more profound, far more lasting. It's about the quiet moments, the genuine connections, the real love that endures. Sometimes, you have to lose absolutely everything, every single thing you thought defined you, to truly realize what actually matters in this precious life. It's about the quiet moments of connection, the genuine bonds you forge, the hard-won peace that comes from within, after much struggle and self-reflection. It's about building something real, something lasting, even if that something is just rebuilding yourself, piece by painful piece, into a better man. My darlings, my precious children, you are truly everything. My reason for being. That's my story. Not the one I ever wanted to tell, not the one I dreamed of, but perhaps, just perhaps, it was the one I desperately needed to live through. The one I needed to experience, with all its pain and lessons, to finally find my way back home, to myself, to what truly matters.